Dr. Rosalind Fuse Hall became the 17th president of Bennett College on July 1st. A strong education advocate, Dr. Fuse Hall recently stopped by our studios to talk about the skills and goals she brings to the table as she seeks to lead the private women's college into the 21st century. Dr. Rosalind Fuse Hall, welcome back to North Carolina and North Carolina Now.
Thank you. It's great to be here. It's great to be home, and it's great to return to visit with friends like you and the other friends I have here at UNC-TV.
Thank you, and congratulations is in order because you are now the 17th president at Bennett College. You say this is your dream job. What excites you the most about this job, and what are you most looking forward to?
It is my dream job. For more than 25 years, I've worked in higher education, and I've worked in every facet and sector of higher education. So, student services, academic affairs, institutional advancement, governance, the president's office, the UNC system office. So I believe I have a wealth of experiences to bring to Bennett College, its alumni, our faculty and staff, to be able to lead through these challenging times that face higher education today. I'm particularly excited about Bennett College because as a women's college, it has a unique history of developing young ladies into change agents, presidents, leaders, civic leaders in their communities. And so this is an exciting time for me and for the college.
Now, you talked about your education experience. You've been involved within UNC, even in Florida, but you're a lawyer by trade. And during your career, you also worked at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in New York. How does that experience, say, parlay into being a president of a college?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because one of the things I do want to emphasize to our young ladies at Bennett College is that you have to use that as a stepping stone to go on and get advanced degrees, either in the professional schools like law or in the graduate programs before you enter the workplace. For me, my law background has trained me into how to look at both sides of an argument and how to prepare with the research and background information about a particular topic. And most importantly, how to be persuasive when you're trying to advocate for a position, such as advocating for the benefit of why one might send their dollars to Bennett College to help our young ladies with scholarship opportunities or our faculty members with research opportunities. This is what those skills will help me bring to in my advocacy and my role as president for Bennett College.
As you look at Bennett College, how would you describe Bennett College to folks who may not be as well versed of the college and what it has to offer?
Well, for more than 140 years, we're in our 140th year this year, we have been working with young ladies, providing leadership opportunities, opportunities for them to develop their communication skills, and building a true bond of sisterhood for them to go out and make a change in the world. What our alumni tell us is that their experiences at Bennett College more than prepare them for their advanced degree training that they go on to pursue and or for the workplace. They say that Bennett College gives them the confidence and the courage to be the change agents that they want to see and the difference makers in their communities and their professions.
When you look at Bennett College, it's majority African-American women. Is it limited to African-American women? What's the makeup there?
No, of course, because of America's history, we've historically been an African-American and Black college. However, we are more than welcoming to all races of young women who want the opportunity to learn and live in an environment that will challenge them, that will also nurture them, and that will propel them into leadership positions in the workforce.
We've talked about the students, but I understand you have a special mantra as it relates to the staff and faculty. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, for this administration, we've developed something that's in the youth vernacular, #Bennett Bills. And #Bennett Bills is in a tweet format. However, what it does is it builds upon the history and the vision that I have for Bennett College. We're going to work with our strategic plan, and we've made those 4 focal points. So Bennett builds your global acumen. Bennett builds your leadership profile. Bennett builds your communication skills. And finally, Bennett builds your entrepreneurial prowess. So when you look at the history and when you listen to the alumni and you read their stories, they talk about how Bennett built something within them, whether it was their personalities or their skill sets or their friendships or their relationships with faculty and administrators. Bennett built something for them, and that became their foundation for their success. And so we thought hashtag Bennett Bills speaks to not only the faculty and the staff, but also the students and the alumni.
Now, this is a question which is sometimes hard to ask, but we hear in the news a lot about the inequities between women and men, especially. They have the same types of jobs, but women get lower pay. My question to you, being the president of a women's college, what are some of the things that you're trying to instill in the Bennett Bills, if you will? What are you trying to instill in them to make sure that they come out, that they're ready to fight, especially when it comes to facing this global market that we have now?
Well, Mitch, it's important that the global perspective and the entrepreneurial perspective that we provide to our students helps them understand the economic challenges in the workplace. And our students are being challenged to go out and be leaders in that workplace. So when they're CEOs of corporations or when they're leading as chairs in the boardrooms, they know to look at those inequities and they know how to provide solutions to those inequities. They'll understand from our women's studies perspective how those inequities have generated themselves over time. They'll understand the history of it. They'll even understand maybe even the psychology of it, looking at some of our offerings in our psychology department. But most importantly, they'll have the courage to make some adjustments and make a change so that 20 years from now, we won't be talking about those same inequities.
What type of impact do you want Bennett College to have, say, within the Greensboro community?
You know, Greensboro has been a great place for Bennett College. Not only are we one of 7 higher educational institutions in the city, but we're in the Triad region, which pulsates with innovation, creativity, and artistic revitalization. So it is a great place to be. And we want to make sure that everyone understands that 20 years from now, the World Health Organization may be led by a Bennett Bell, or an important trade mission to India or China or Russia may be led by a Bennett Bell. So those are the things that we're going to be instilling and building upon our curriculum, our extracurricular activities, and the community so that we can make sure that those futures are bright for our young graduates.
And of course, if folks want to find out more about Bennett College, where can they go?
www.bennett.edu. And from there, we'll lead you to all aspects of the college, not only on the academic side, but some of our social activities. You can read a letter from me to our Bennett family and supporters, as well as view our campus.
Dr. Rosalind Fuse Hall, President of Bennett College in Greensboro, thank you so very much for stopping by and talking with us, and continued success to you.
Thank you so much, and thanks for the welcome home.